Hi, welcome to my review for Dragon Ball Super Episode 1. Let me take some water before I start this. Alright, so before I actually get into the review, I want to make some. I want to say don't expect this every week. I'm gonna try and do it every week because, it's Dragon Ball and that's what people expect from me, so I'm gonna try and do it every week, but I'm lazy, and two, I'm kind of like getting like jobs and stuff now. And I'm not talking like retail stuff, like stuff for my major, and even though I haven't got an internship this summer, I'm still trying to get that, so there's a lot of busy stuff, so I might not be able to do it. So just keeping that out there. I know people wanted me to review it, but I'll say this much. If it's an episode like this one, I'm probably not going to review it because an episode like this is just for the purpose of character interaction and adding atmosphere to the series. It's not really like too story heavy or plot heavy. It's nothing really too important with respect to the entire plot. Nothing too serious either. So if it's an episode like this, I probably won't review it, but I will try and review all the other important episodes. So yeah, with that being said, I guess I can just start the actual review now. So the opening was good. I'm glad. I was afraid that it might have been a little too kiddie when I heard it like in the teaser trailer, but that wasn't the case. I like the opening. And if you guys don't know, Kazuya Yoshi did the ending. He did ending 1 for Rurouni Kenshin Tactics, which is one of my favorite endings from that anime. So yeah, I like the opening, and it seems like this is all like Battle of Gods-ish, so no Resurrection Frieza, it's all Battle of Gods-ish. I mean, like, even like Super Saiyan 3 is kind of like important, like, or it's made important by the opening. But yeah, Goten has a new outfit. He's rocking Goku's look now, the sleeveless, so he doesn't have the sleeves anymore, which is kind of a shame because I felt like that always made him a little unique, or not his character unique, his outfit unique, because obviously it had sleeves, but now he's rocking the sleeveless with the wristbands, chip off the old block from his dad. So yeah, I mean, I like the opening. I like the song, and it looked surprisingly good. I didn't think it was a Toei show, but like when I saw like the opening with like the planet Earth and the sun, I was like, "Yo, this is Toei? Like, really?" I was impressed, and the overall animation quality of the episode was pretty good too. At least for a Toei show. That might be because Katsuyo, and well, it looked good. I don't know if it was. I mean, it wasn't Toriko or like some episodes of One Piece or that One Piece Toriko special either, but One Piece Toriko Dragon Ball special either. But yeah, I mean, the episode it looked good. It looked decent, and that might be because Kazuyoshi Nakasuru, I think he was involved in the animation directing, or he was a key animator, I think, for this episode. If you guys don't know who that is, he's kind of like known for his art style is known for being a lot like Toriyama's. I mean, you can look it up. Just Google Katsuyoshi Nakasuru, and he's done like art for Dragon Quest, and he might have even done some of the key art for Xenoverse. So there's that. Anyway, opening was good, and this is 6 months after Boo, and I think many people were afraid, like I think many people were calling out like the whole Shenron being summoned after 6 months, and that's not really a plot hole. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you guys remember during the Majin Buu arc, remember how Bulma and I think it was Videl, they summoned Shenron at Capsule Corp to revive all the people Majin Vegeta had killed, and then Goku came in at the last minute and was like, "No, we don't need that. Bye, Shenron. We'll just use one of your wishes later." And then Shenron went on his merry way, and then Goku took them to Kami's Lookout. Remember that? People were saying how could Shenron come back after 6 months? It hasn't been a year yet. Well, if you guys remember, if the creator allows it, the Dragon Balls you don't necessarily have to wait a year to use the Dragon Balls. You can just you don't. It's not so much you ask the creator. The creator just does it by himself. Like he unstone or what's the word unstonifies the Dragon Balls. And this has been done in the series before. If you guys remember at the end of the King Piccolo arc when Goku met Kami, remember remember a few days, King Piccolo had used Shenron to restore his youth. But then Kami actually ends up doing his little magic because he is the creator and ends up unstonifying the Dragon Ball so that Goku can use it to wish back all the people that King Piccolo had killed. So again, if the creator wills it, you don't have to wait the 1 year. It's not a plot hole. I don't know. I just saw that like on my Twitter feed. Anyway, so Goku's doing this. So this seems like this is 6 months after Boo. And if you guys remember, Goku as a farmer, the whole Yo Son Goku that 2008 OVA, that was 2 years after Boo was killed. So looks like the farming now it's starting now, like 1.5 years before that OVA. So we see Goku finally get a job, which is pretty funny. Um, and yeah, this I mean, it was just like a father kind of son moment with Goten. That's they were just talking about like, oh, you know, Goten is tilling the food or he's tilling the land while Goku eats. And I don't. People were calling Goku a bad father for that. I was just like, what? The dude has been eating or he's been working and now he's taking a lunch break and people are calling it. I don't know. That's what I saw like on Forever Worlds and Sawyer's video when they were doing their reviews. So that that was just one section, that whole farming thing, and then we got to the Beerus part, and this is the part that I think that were throwing people like people were confused because people were saying that Beerus was asleep for 39 years during Battle of Gods, which could be true, which it could be a plot hole, but like he was 39 years. If you guys don't remember, in Battle of Gods, when Whis wakes Beerus up, he goes like, "You've been sleeping for 39 years, basically." He doesn't mean it literally like, "Yo, like you started at point A and now at point B, and like 39 years exactly have passed." But he was insinuating like, "Oh, you slept for 39 years, more or less." And yeah, what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, that was actually weird with respect to the manga because how it happens in the manga and like the events of the Dragon Ball Super manga are different from the anime because in the anime, like back to the whole Goku farming thing, like you see Goku like visualize the opponents that he's faced in his head, and we don't get that. We don't get that in the anime version. And then there's this joke in the manga version when Beer shows up about how he eats something called soup yasai jinkat. And if you guys can't tell, that's actually kind of like a similar name to Super Saiyajin God. So like soup. So take soup, and that's the soup in Super. Yasai, Yasai is actually where the name Saiyan comes from, and that's the supa. The ya comes from that ending of Super, and then Sai is obviously the Saiyan, and then Jin God is obviously the ending of Saiyajin, and then Kat is God. So Supya Sai Jin Kat is like how he remembers Super Saiyan God in the manga, like the name. But what's weird about that is if they had put that in the anime, then it wouldn't have made sense like why Whis asked Beerus why he woke up in Battle of Gods. But anyway, back to the whole 39 years thing. It could be a plot hole. It could be one, unless they're retelling the movie or they're just rewriting the movie, which I'm not against. Um, I'm not necessarily for it, but I'm not against it either. And it could be like, oh, Beerus just woke up for like a couple days and then just went back to sleep. It's kind of like if you sleep for like 8 hours, or yeah, let's just say you and me go to sleep and we just get up to get like a drink of water or something. That could be like what Beerus is doing right now. So we'll see like in the coming. It doesn't appear that way because of the preview of episode 2, which I'll talk about at the end of this. But yeah. Anyway, Beerus does this. So Beerus is eating, but he blows up the planet in typical Beerus fashion because there was something wrong with the food, and he taps his finger. He doesn't even use a key blast. He taps his finger, and half of the planet is gone, which is pretty fucking cool if you ask me. I think that might be the single best feat in all of Dragon Ball. Now that I think about it, might be. But what I noticed is that when he tapped his finger, remember in Battle of Gods when he was holding the egg-like thing in the beginning of the movie, and he tapped it and like a little purple ring came out. The same purple ring came when he did the tapping in this episode, and it obviously spread across the table, and the planet was gone. um, but yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty impressive feat, I guess. I liked it. And then the rest of the episode is basically Goten and Trunks trying to find Videl um, a wedding present. Which I understand. Like some people not might they might not find that interesting and might find it boring, and because of that they don't like it, which is fine. But the purpose of that was to add like atmosphere and just to show that the characters do other things besides fighting. It's kind of like a daily life, slice of life sort of thing going on there. That's why for like episode 2 we're getting Vegeta going on a beach trip with his fam. That's supposed to be like funny and show that the characters do things other than fight, right? So it's good. I mean, I didn't mind it. I liked it, and what I noticed was that the part with Mr. Satan and Fat Boo, um, people were getting confused because Mr. Satan called Boo his first disciple, and he didn't actually say that. He said he was his number one disciple, not his first disciple, because obviously, if you remember his two disciples from the Cell games, Piroshki and Koroni, I think their names were, in the dub. I'm not sure if that's what they were called in the sub, but I remember that was their dub names, the OG dub names, and they were here in this episode too. I think the woman was there also. If you notice, they were the ones holding like the camera and stuff. Just go back and watch that. They were like standing like on either side of Mr. Satan's sofa. Um, but yeah, basically, I mean, I like the episode. I like the ending where Goten and Goku are just like looking. They're just like looking at the sunset, and Goten like has his hands behind his back, and they're just like. I posted a link on Facebook where because that frame shot looked like from the Lion King when Mufasa and Simba are looking at the sunset. So I did like a little like comparison. It was pretty funny. Anyway, the only part that I didn't like of the episode was the whole snake part, like when Trunks and Goten were fighting. That was just dumb. They should have just like flicked it and should have gone. But I guess Toei made it or animated it um, in that way because for kids, basically for like 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and whatever. That's the only reason that I can think of that why they animated it like that. I don't know if that's right English what I just said, but you guys get what I'm saying. Then Goku gets 100 million Zeni, I think it was. Yeah, from Mr. Satan for saving the Earth. And he gives it to Chi-Chi. And he goes off to train with Kaio, Kenkai, and then the Elder Kai's take notice that a planet has been destroyed. Yeah, and people were calling Goku a bad father for ditching his family like that. I was just like, the dude is worked and he just got money for his fam, and now he's going to enjoy himself, and that makes him a bad. I don't know. Like for after this episode, I saw like a whole lot of Goku equals bad dad stuff, and you guys know how I feel about that. Anyway, I made a video on it and I've talked about it like hundreds of times already, but I was just like, how is getting 100 million Zeni for your fam and then just going to enjoy yourself? How is that being a bad dad? I don't get it. I don't know. People are dumb. Anyway, second episode looks just as fun. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I like the part of the preview where the octopus was on Vegeta's face and then it just flies like it slides off like slimily like off his face, and then no homo, and Vegeta's shirt is pretty swag. It's pretty swag, and what else have I not? Oh yeah, the ending. I like the ending. Um, I don't think I said this about the opening, but the opening and the ending remind me of Yu Yu Hakusho's opening, and and for the ending, Yu Yu Hakusho's fifth ending, so the final one. The reason being because of the final like portions of it. Basically where like okay, at the end of the opening, like Goku jumps up and then he jumps down, and then like the cast is there. That reminded me of Yu Yu Hakusho's where Yusuke does the little finger snap at the end and like points at the screen. It reminded me of that. And then the fifth ending, just I because they were staring at the beach. Yu Yu Hakusho's fifth ending is just the whole gang like on the beach, and it's daytime, and then it goes into the sunset, and then night and dusk, right? And that's basically what I thought of when I saw the ending for Dragon Ball Super. They were all just staring at a sunset on a beach. I like the songs. I like the songs they did. That was Good Morning America who did the ending. The one who did the first ending for Kai's Boo arc. That that one. Um, the music was good. I like the music. Not many people are feeling the music. Not many people are feeling. What's this dude's name? Sumitomo. Not many people are feeling Sumitomo as the new composer for Dragon Ball, but I am. I like it so far. I like it so far. I like the whole like whatever that sound synthesizer effect is. Yeah, as you can tell, I kind of like Falconer a little bit too, and I think that's all I have to say about the episode. Really, I can't think of anything else much. Also the part where Goku and Vegeta are like walking in the opening towards like the little blue dimension hole, whatever. That's probably how they like travel between universes, and I hope it's not just a full-on Goku Vegeta relationship. I don't want it to be like Naruto and Sasuke or Ryuho and Kazuma in Escriad, like where it's just them two. I want like Piccolo and I want Gohan. And Gohan was getting a lot of shine. I noticed, and not only in the episode but in the opening as well. So hopefully that has something to do with it. Like a lot of like Goku, Gohan, and Goten in particular, like those three were being showcased a lot. Like the beginning of the ending, and then like in the opening where Gohan goes Ultimate, Gohan goes Super Saiyan, and then Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. So yeah, I mean some unanswered questions we might get from the movies might be answered in this series. Might be filled in, which is always awesome. And yeah, that's my review. 17 minutes. I don't know how I did it, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna review episode 2. We'll see. I'll try. But thank you guys for watching, and peace. New Dragon Ball anime.